So in this battle we get 12 to 1. So all of my 2-star units have Harper's Ferries, all of my 1-star units have 1855s, 3 sniper units, 3 artillery units, and the goal is to, well, win the battle and also, well, get as much experience as possible. So I skipped the part where I put the units on the map and everybody's just moving forward. This is a hard ending to this battle because shortly after you take the flag, the battle's going to end, and there's nothing you can really do about that. I am trying to figure out a way to game the system to not take the flag, but if you don't take the flag in the 2 hours and 10 minutes, you do lose the battle. So you have to take the flag, you have to take it within the 2 hours, and if you don't, you lose. And then when you take the flag, there's a quick countdown and the battle's over. So I always approach this battle with how do I drag this thing out, and I've never really been able to drag it out as much as I wanted to. So initially I'm trying to lure the enemy out to attack me, and I do kind of get the 12 to 1 in the end, but it seems that the AI doesn't cooperate as much as I want it to. So I would like to do a lot more fighting, a lot longer. I would have liked to have killed more of the enemy, but well, at least I got a lot of experience for my snipers, so that's good. So what I'm trying to do, obviously, is sneak my units around his left flank and take that wooded area. And that's a whole lot easier to do if you can lure him out of there with detached skirmishers. And that's probably what I need to do, is send forward detached skirmishers. Because he would see those guys. And my snipers, they're all undetected except that JF Browns just got spotted. That's pretty interesting. And then they just went hidden again. So not sure why they got seen, but okay. So what I'm doing here is, if you turn your units sideways and then you tell the units to shuffle to the right, they will move sideways to the right. And I just want to keep moving to the right and extend my line and get around this guy. So I think really the easier way to get him out of there is, again, detached skirmishers. But okay, this works too. Now what I want to do, obviously, is catch that guy in the water so I can inflict greater damage on him because he has 0 cover. So that would be nice. Look at that big skirmisher unit. So I have popped a detached skirmisher because I don't want my infantry unit taking all those losses. Yeah, I went in with 750 skirmishers, snipers, and the AI generated a lot of, must have generated, I forgot what he started with, but must have generated 700 or so skirmishers in one unit, so that's pretty interesting. His unit size seems to be about 1,600. My infantry unit size, of course, was 1,100 across the board, so interesting. see, in the woods I have two two-star units, so those guys have Harper's Ferries and one unit of 55s. So they pretty much just drove the guys out of the woods, so that part of the battle's over. And I have an hour and 20 minutes to take the flag, so kind of hoping he decides to advance in there, tries to fight. I'm kind of waiting to see if he's willing to attack. Oh, there's the typical, sniper unit with JF Browns just not shooting. So, yeah, that's something the unit does, and then you tell it to shoot, and it finally shoots. And then when that unit retreats, it'll chase it across the map and die. So, yeah. I don't know why these units don't shoot at enemy units that are within range. That just doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I kind of hoped if I gave this guy a chance, he would, try to he would step forward into my fire, and I could hit him like 3-1, and I could hit him with snipers and skirmishers. It was kind of my hope. Yep, and there goes the sniper chasing after the unit, as they do. Yeah, every time an enemy unit retreats, you have to check on where your snipers and skirmishers are. And every time they advance, you have to check on them because they won't retreat. You tell them to fire at someone. Notice how that infantry unit was charging, and my units didn't go backwards. So you have to tell them to fall back, which is interesting. They won't fall back. So he would have stood there and just fought until the infantry unit charged into him to fight hand to hand. So yeah, this is why on normal difficulty I don't use snipers at all. But on Major General, I think you really have to. I don't think you have much of a choice. I think you have to use them. So, but on normal difficulty, yeah, I don't need them. I don't have to have them. I don't have to fiddle with them. And so I don't. So this is nice. He's going to stand there and get hit by artillery and 3 skirmisher sniper units. That works for me. That's exactly what I'm hoping to do. Rack up experience, and I have 53 minutes to take the flag. So that works. His unit to the north is not in the woods. I should have advanced on him sooner. Because now he's moving into the woods. He's going to be harder to take out. Still, it's 3-1 plus an artillery, so that shouldn't last too long. The important thing is my guys have terrific cover, so... Yeah, I'd really like for him to be a lot more aggressive. Man, that was a nice volley. Yeah, he didn't stand up very long against that. So yeah, I could have taken this objective sooner, but then I would have gotten even fewer kills than what I did. And, I wanted to milk this out a bit. So 13 minutes to go, 12 minutes, and there's nothing there. I mean, his entire army has just been pushed away. Which is kind of too bad. So I wait till like the last second to move forward and contest the objective. So that wasn't intentional. I actually, it got a little bit away from me. So now we have 20 minutes before the battle ends, and if I want guys to fight and, get into this, then we need to get in and mix it up. So I'm happy for him to attack, and I'm happy for my units to move forward now. I have some units I've been holding in reserve. And yeah, I just killed the commander. Nice. So the commander's dead. He has two skirmisher units, and both of them were over 600. So he had way more skirmisher snipers than I did. Those are two really big units. And he also has a big cav unit back there, too. Eight minutes to go, and yeah, we're not going to get much more fighting out of this. So it's coming down to the end. I'm trying to squeeze out as many shots as I can, but there just aren't that many shots to be had. Yeah, get the Harper's Ferry into some melee. It's very cool. Get him a little bit of melee experience. Get that melee attribute kicked up. You have that second perk, might as well use it. And notice how the plunging fire just really drove down the enemy numbers. So yeah, I intend to use those units with two perks and more melee battles like that. He wants to get into melee, fine. Um, anyway, 12 to 1, over 12 to 1. And I guess I got as many as I could get. And the units did pretty good. Um, yeah, the snipers got some experience of the Harper's Ferries. Yeah, pretty good numbers all the way across. Not terrific, but okay. I had a 10-pounder kind of down in reserve in case he went attacked me in the south. But okay, only one promotion, and he had 1842s, I think. So okay, that worked, and hopefully we'll get some more 12 to 1s and lose tiny numbers of men like we just did. And I'll see you in the next battle.